Hi guys, so now that the manifold's off, I thought I'd just open it up and let's have a look inside, see what's inside a k20 RSP HF1 manifold. So this is the underside, and it's got 8 bolts, 10mm all the way around, so we're going to crack that open, see what it's like. On the previous video I showed that there was a ton of oil inside the actual manifold, so I mean, like you can see there's like a lot of oil, and even in the actual where the throttle body goes into, it's pretty dark, so I'm gonna think that there's oil in there as well. So I thought, why not do a quick video, open it up, and let's see what's inside. Right, down to the last 2 bolts. I've gone ahead and loosened off all the bolts down to the last 2. Okay, here we go. I haven't seen inside it myself, so I don't know. Right, okay. So we have a metal gasket. Don't know if you can see that, covered in oil. Oil dripping down there. There's a lot of oil in this. That's that, that's the lid, and right, so inside here we have it's pretty clean. There is definitely some residue of oil in there. I've double checked the car, definitely no oil leaks. I think the oil is definitely coming through the breather hoses, so it's something that I'm going to have to figure out, probably fit some catch cans, like I said in the previous video. Just out of interest, if you want to, when reconnecting your manifold back on, if you're going to use the same intake manifold, and you want to change this hose here, because my hose had been on for so long, it got stuck, so I had to put a little slit in it to get it off. But I'm going to replace it anyway. So that is 19mm. So that's a 19mm hose, 19mm internal diameter hose that you're going to need. I think I've got a 20mm red silicone hose kicking about, so I'm probably going to try and fabricate something and make this a little bit thicker and get that on and secured on when I do put it back. So my plan for this manifold is that I'm going to give it a good clean, take this off, have a look at what it's like inside, and I think I'm going to try and smooth it. Got to port this end anyway, here, so I'm going to port that. Definitely going to port that, make it bigger. The reason why, the whole point of this is that I got myself a J35 throttle body, which I've also done some work on, so I can show you both of them, so the original and the J35. So this is the original Civic Type R fn2 throttle body, and what I did was, like I said before in a previous video, J35 throttle body or J37, whichever it is. If it's a Honda original throttle body, which they are, they're used on Honda cars, because Honda do not make aftermarket parts. So I did a bit of research and I found that the J37 and 35 are used on the FD2. Sorry, the 35 is used on the FD2. But I also thought to myself, I mean, I've had Hondas ever since I was like very young when I first passed, so I know Hondas inside out. And I thought the biggest Honda that I know is a Honda Legend. So I had a look, and Honda Legend in the UK spec has a J35 throttle body. So I've managed to get one from a breakers, cost me 50 quid, and I mean, like, you can see side by side, yeah, there's certain things that are different, like, you know, the coolant pipe connections are different. This is the same, this connector came with the throttle body, which is great because I've got a chance to check the connector against the connector on my car, and all of these colors are identical. So this is a throttle body from a 2008 Honda Legend 3.5 V6. So that's the same color, that's the same, they're all the same colors. These two green ones, they're both green on my connector except that one's got a black or yellow line for it. But in all honesty, looking at it, it's virtually the same, and it's an identical connector. I don't know if you can see, but there is definitely a difference in size between the two throttle bodies, between the J35 and the fn2. What I've also done is I've gone ahead and I've worked this throttle body a little bit, smoothed it all down, opened it up a little bit, just on the lip to get a bigger port on the intake, and then on the back I've also worked it a little bit. You can see the marker line, and I've opened it out quite a bit, and I've given it a good clean. So the only difference that you will see on the throttle bodies is that here on the fn2 throttle body we have a pipe which is where the cylinder head breather pipe goes into. Here on the J35, just like you would buy even like brand new, you don't have it. So what you do have is, if you look at the back, if I turn them both over, as you can see, they're virtually identical. So you've got a port here and then a channel here. On this one, you've got a port and just one channel, but it's exactly the same, it's the same principle. So in this here, this is 10 mil. I'm going to fit a barb connection, which is I'll get a 90-degree one, and that'll allow me to connect into this. And I'll probably use some epoxy in order to secure it. And then to make the gasket, so it didn't come with the gasket. It was already ripped up and it was on the previous car. So the guy did tell me that he couldn't send the gasket, which was fine. So what I did was I went on to eBay and I found a supplier for gaskets, and I've ordered a paper glass gasket. These gaskets are only a mil thick. This is a 3 mil thick gasket. So I'm going to whack that on, cut it around, get the right size, whack it on. But I've still got to bore out that, so there's quite a bit to do. If you're interested in the supplier of the gasket, it was Camthorne Industrial Supplies. I ordered the gasket and it came the following day. That entire A4 sheet of gasket was £5.55 and it arrived in 24 hours. So thank you, that was great. I'm well happy with that, so I can get on and do this. So my plan now is get my Dremel. As you can see, I've already done a bit of work on the throttle body anyway, so I'm going to get the Dremel. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to take these ports off and figure out whether I can do anything with these, but it doesn't matter. I'm not overly concerned. I'm definitely going to go through and smooth out and clean up the entire manifold, and I'm going to port this. So yeah, I'll make another video later on when it's all done and come back to you. Thanks for watching.